Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Now, I am not playing, but I've done weird recording, editing things, and hopefully things should add up and make sense. But essentially, my friends, I'm gonna squeeze this in with the video that's coming out today. Long story short, you guys are gonna be getting two videos today. One of us actually covering the fucking trove of information that came out. Well, kinda, sorta, a little bit. They kinda kept a lot of stuff secret because it's a big update coming. But regardless, video coming about that probably later tonight, and this one probably might be uploaded at the same time. I don't know. Regardless, never-ending battle. That event happened, by the way. I was wondering when this was going to get shoehorned in, and I thought it was going to be pretty hefty, and it kind of is. Again, it's very much not what the title of the event says, which is the never-ending battle. It's a time trial. It clearly ends, you psycho. Anyway, maybe the final thing there, you might be able to get something out of it, but other than that, wouldn't hold your breath. Who knows? Regardless, this is actually an event that is interesting because I feel like it is deceptive in the way that to actually achieve it. I've done all of them this morning, and that's the gameplay you're seeing behind me, of course. But okay, so how this works, the never-ending battle, is really simple. Essentially, you're going to be fighting waves and waves of enemies. Awesome. But there is this modifier that is going to give you a buff, and usually it will tell you it's like swirl or superconduct or electro, whatever, supercharged, that kind of stuff. It will tell you what kind of buff it's going to be granting you, and you can go into the specifics of that if you want. But how you get this buff is by hitting the targets around you. Now, this is a trap. Unless you have characters that specifically mimic or release the specific thing, the superconduct or the swirl. Venti is crazy. And all that stuff, so yeah. But if you already have a good team that can dumpster most of the things in the game, just try to use that and hit the targets whenever you can. My first run through, I ended up dying or failing because I thought that you had to hit the targets. No, the targets, when you hit them, they give you the buff that is the crazy swirl proc or something like that, which is good, which is why you still should do them. But I had the problem where I just got like obsessed with trying to hit the targets, where instead of like making sure everything fell into place. Also, I'm pretty sure that this event will get a lot easier now that I switched Venti back to energy regen bow, because I noticed that I was sometimes not having my ult, and Venti is kind of made by the fact that you can just group up a ton of enemies, and as long as you have like an Albedo, a Zhongli, anyone who can like put down a thing that can deal damage in an area, i.e. your little swirl ball, you can just clean house. But if you also have just like a really good DPS like a Hu Tao, who can just like teleport around by doing charge attacks when you use her E. Although, again, this is a long-form battle, so you probably want to bring someone who can consistently perform, whereas Hu Tao kind of has a little weirdness to her, you know? She has like a moment of to shine and then not so much. But I digress. Needless to say, the event was awesome. Like, it's pretty fun, actually. Well, anything in Genshin that is just like you ripping things apart with your abilities is amazing. The only issue is that there's not many incentives to do that, and yeah, like most things that you can do that in don't allow you to get world drops. You have to like run around the map, find a slime, hit him, run 10 miles away, find another one slime, hit him, then you get like some drops, and it just feels like it's not very rewarding or like interesting, and also those are finite, you know? Really hoping in Inazuma we'll get like some sort of badass Japanese battle royale kind of like bathhouse or some crazy shit, you know? We'll see though. Again, I think we probably will get maybe some stuff like that again in 1 or 2.1, not necessarily 2.0, because I feel like the main content is Inazuma, which is spoiling the video I also just made. I digress. Also, forgive me for that video being a little all over the place. I was a bit tired, and I still wanted to talk about Genshin things, so if I was a bit of a mess, forgive me. Also, we will be making a speculative Ayaka team building thing on Sunday, which is tomorrow, if I upload these properly. Well, who knows? It might be. No, I'm not sure. I can edit this and upload this maybe today. We'll see if I can make that happen. I don't know. Regardless, we're talking about the never-ending battle. Again, as of the things I loved about this event, again, the waves and waves of enemies, I think is just amazing and fun, and we need more of that in the game. would it be cool to like actually get drops or for it to be a permanent stay? Yes, that's what people have been saying forever. So yeah, but as the things I like, again, I like this kind of combat. It forces you to use a lot of abilities in sequence and just kind of create all of these chaotic storms. Like as you guys can see here, especially with the swirl one, you're just creating literal storms all around you, and it feels really, really good and rewarding. And depending on the characters you have, you can really have time to shine because it's just wave after wave, hit after hit, ult after ult, and it feels awesome. And also it's fun to have the modifiers there. Again, do not get blinded by the fact that you're trying to hit those targets. Also, oh my god, if anyone has done this event, it is the most aggravating thing ever to switch to your fucking gadget to use it. I hate it so much. I wish they just gave you another button or something, or just use the D-pad. The D-pad is literally being used by nothing. But two are used. The other bottom, left, and right, or left and bottom are not being used. Anyways, silliness. Maybe they plan to use them in the future. I don't know. Regardless, if you guys ever see me like run up to a target and then claw it with Venti, it's because I switched to my thing, but it didn't do it, and then it's just a mess. Anyways, so those are the things I liked about the thing. Again, just the spectacle of the fact that you're able to fight so many enemies and feel so good about doing it, and also the fact that it gives various rewards to having built many characters. And also, the one thing that is a negative though, and I'm not sure, let's get into the negatives of this event. One thing that I think they could improve upon, hey, this isn't a co-op thing, because this is just fun to get in a group with your buddies and just shred things as fast as you possibly can. I understand also, it's not... This event can be probably pretty challenging to get gold if you don't have, again, I think you should be fine as long as you're focusing on just killing enemy after enemy, not hitting the targets. I mean, there's clearly openings to where the game mode itself is like, hit the targets, there's no enemies here. But do it then, and not, if you don't freak out about getting it maxed out all the time. Unless you specifically have the like perfect team to do the variant, and even then that's overkill a lot of times. Anyways, as of like, again, negatives, again, it's content that's going to go away. That's everyone's kind of like criticism with the whole bit of business, but it's content that is going to go away, and it's sad because it's fun. Also, again, to play with friends would be amazing. And also, it doesn't seem like it didn't take that much time, you know? Like, I did this, it took literally 15 minutes. Like, ooh, 5 more minutes above 10. Ooh, boy. Love it. and that was because, no, that's not even fair, because I did 2. Yeah, so tomorrow I get to play for maybe 4 minutes for this event. Now, yes, I'm being hyperbolic because you can do your artifact farm or your artifact, crappy artifact grind farm, whatever it's called. And you can burn your resin. So it's 20 minutes. Wild, I know. But anyways, so again, that's the constant thing with Genshin, and I think, and that's something I didn't mention in the previous video that we made, but I'm hoping, I think a lot of people are hoping that, like, with Inazuma, with the world getting bigger, we will start to have more that needs to get done, and not the same. Like, the world gets bigger, but we still have the same amount of nothing, essentially. Like, resin, that's something that I think Tectone pointed out, which is a very good comment, I think, but he pointed out the fact that we're getting a bigger world, and more domains, and all of these things, but we still have the same amount of resin. So now we're just kind of spread even more thin, and our progression is even slower, and heaven forbid if you get into this game late, you're fucked. You know? So it's just kind of like, I feel like at this point they should tweak certain things. And the good news is that if you do get into Genshin now, you have a bulk amount of side quests to do, and with new Inazuma you're gonna have even more side quests to do, so you probably will be able to hyper accelerate your progress up to level 30, but that's not what it's about. It's also about getting your artifacts on point, farming talent books, and all of these things which your resin can only push so far. So I don't know, I'm hoping that, again, with everything becoming expansive, we're going to keep having more things to do and more things to spend our money on, and hopefully, again, we're able to increase our wallet. If Inazuma's resin thing stays the same, that is going to be pretty hard pill to swallow, I'll be honest. That sucks. Anyways, that's kind of off topic. But yeah, the never-ending battle event, thought it was lovely. Again, do not try to focus on the things. Maybe I've only done 2 or 3 of the events, or like of this specific event. So basically, I noticed that there was diminishing returns on focusing on getting the targets. Yes, like honestly, even if I look at it right now, I can see that there's 3 ticks, and there's a lot of meat on the fullest tick. So you can forget about it for a long time. They're coming when you're fighting enemies. And again, any character in these kinds of events is where like Animo shines like you would not believe. And again, if you happen to have an Animo Elemental Mastery build, whoo! Again, you look like Venti right here is getting crazy. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the gameplay. I don't know where I'm going to add it up, but Venti on that last domain is hitting for like, yes, only 2,000 or 1,500, but he's hitting it for like every split second, and it's shared between everybody. And yeah, like that's I didn't even think about that. That's why Venti is so absurd, is because when everyone gets sucked into a zone, one swirl detonates, the other swirl detonates, and not only that, but his base attack is hitting like 1,000 times. And it's the fact that everyone's sharing their own swirl effect, so the more enemies, the more they damage each other, and the more chaos ensues, and that's why Venti melts things. Because I only really noticed that whenever I use my ult, everyone's health just goes, and I'm just like, it works. I don't know how it works. But fuck it, I'm done. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of content creators do this, so forgive me, but we are streaming, or not are streaming, we have streamed. Ah, shit. Well, no, maybe I can, no, hey, I streamed. You can go watch it in past broadcasts. Anyways, do you know what we are going to be streaming on YouTube tomorrow. Yes, so if you're kind enough to stop by and talk to me about some Inazuma, which I cannot wait. Also, it's a play together stream, so we'll actually be playing together. Regardless, this is the never-ending battle, and I would love to also see you there over at twitch.tv. We probably will be doing this for a little bit, just because I probably need to get it done, but I don't want to do it predominantly on the stream because it's a play together stream, which means we do co-op. That's the main focus and all that stuff. As of the rewards, I should have mentioned that real quick, sorry. The rewards are okay. Again, just for doing bronze, you get the main thing that you want. But I don't know, get like the 30 Mora and then the experience books or the talent books, wherever it was, or both. There's enough there to be like, all right, I should probably get it anyways. but yeah, again, pretty easy to do. Kind of, again, it's kind of weird to say because if you just got into the game, you have no character. Like Venti, like Animo Wind Boy who just came out, or Sucrose or anything like that, then the CC is real in this event, especially just from giving you a minute to hit the targets if you need to, although again, be careful with that. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. This event gets a thumbs up from me. Again, it's same problem we've always had, which is I get to play for an extra 3 minutes a day, and I get my Primo Gems. And yeah, I would like to play for more. And yeah. Sag. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe buttons over there. And yeah, thank you again, and goodbye.